Hi, this is Grandma Lori. Today's story is Penelope to the Rescue. The farm was bustling. It was springtime, so there were lots of new babies being born. Penelope was one of them. Penelope was only a few weeks old, but she figured she had lots of experience already. She knew each corner of the pigsty. She knew which end of the food trough to eat, so she wouldn't get trampled by her many brothers, sisters, and cousins. And she knew which spot in the mud was perfect for catching the sun while napping. "Oh no, he's run off again," Penelope heard. It was Mrs. Chicken. Penelope and the rest of the barnyard ran over to see what was the matter.
"What is it?"
asked Sid the sheep.
"Chickie, one of my new hatchlings, has wandered off," Mrs. Chicken cried. "He isn't even a few hours old. I'm so worried."
Penelope listened as the adult animals talked about how to go about finding Chickie. As she sat there, she thought the adults were making things more complicated than they needed to be. She knew the barnyard well. She'd find Chickie herself. Penelope looked around the barnyard. Now, where could that little chick be? In the meantime, Chickie was having the time of his life. First, he explored the inside of the chicken coop.
"So, this is home,"
he thought. He wandered out of the coop and into the barnyard. Oh wow! The sky was so big! After being in that egg and then the dark chicken coop, Chickie had to squint his eyes until they got used to the brightness. Chickie wandered through the barnyard. He saw other chickens, goats, horses, sheep, and all the other animals living on the farm. He also saw some huge things walking around the farm. Those must be the humans Mama was talking about. Chickie was getting a little hungry, so he stopped to peck at the ground. Ooh, this tastes good. Penelope was on the hunt for Chickie on the other side of the barnyard. She stopped to talk to Billy the goat. "Have you seen Chickie?" she asked.
"Sorry, I'm new here. One chick looks the same as another to me."
Billy was no help. "Thank you," Penelope said as she continued walking.
"What are you looking for, little pig?"
asked Herman the horse. "I'm looking for Chickie, the chick. He's run off and his mama can't find him," Penelope said.
"I'll help. I can see a lot higher than you can. Let's go together,"
said Herman. They walked through the barnyard toward the opposite side. Penelope would stop and look through the fence from time to time to see if Chickie had gone outside, but she saw nothing. Herman stopped. "What's wrong?" asked Penelope.
Herman said, "It's a hawk. That only means one thing. He's found something for dinner."
Penelope looked up to see the hawk flying in circles over the barnyard. Both she and Herman followed the hawk's gaze to see. It was Chickie! Herman took off like a shot toward Chickie. He put himself between Chickie and the hawk just as the hawk was swooping down to pick up Chickie.
"Oh, no you don't," said Herman. "He's too small for you anyway. Now shoot!" "Hey!" the hawk yelled. "That's my lunch!"
Herman turned to look at the hawk hovering overhead.
"Who do you think would win a fight, you or me?"
He stared at the hawk. The hawk thought for a moment and slowly turned and flew away. Penelope came running up to Chickie. "Chickie, are you okay?" she asked.
"That was a close one. What was that anyway? And what are you?"
Chickie asked. There were too many new sights to take in on his first day. Penelope smiled. "I'm Penelope. I'm a pig. I live next to the chicken coop. Your mama was so worried about you when you disappeared, so I decided to help find you. I talked to Herman here," he's a horse, "and he agreed to come with me."
"Pleased to meet you, kid," said Herman. "But I think we'd better head back to the chicken coop. Your mama is going to be very worried. I'll run ahead to tell everyone you've been found, little man, while you guys walk back."
Penelope asked, "Can't you put us on your back, and we can go together?"
"Afraid not," Herman said. "First, I couldn't lift you, and you can't fly. Second, there are no seat belts. I'm afraid you'd slide right off and get hurt."
Herman ran off with a quick toodaloo. When Penelope and Chickie finally made their way back to the chicken coop, Mrs. Chicken came running out.
"Oh, Chickie, I'm so glad you're safe,"
she said, scooping him up.
"Mama!"
was all Chickie could say.
"Thank you so much, Penelope,"
Mrs. Chicken said, between her tears of joy.
"Herman told me how you saved Chickie. I can't thank you enough."
"It was my pleasure." "It was a team effort, though," Penelope said, blushing. "Herman was up top, and I was down below." Penelope turned to Chickie. "Now remember, Chickie, no running off by yourself. If you want to go on an adventure, tell me, and I'll go with you. That way, you'll be safer, at least until you're bigger. This has been Grandma Lori. Thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this story. Please remember to like, follow, subscribe, and share. Thank you.